Well, I guess let's get started. What would be most help to you right now, Skip? Do you want to role play it? Do you want to practice it before we get on the calls? Do you want to jump straight into the calls? Do you have any questions about what to say, what to do?
Could we role play it?
Yeah, let's role play it. Do you want me to be the agent, or do you want to be the agent first?
No, yeah, let's go with you because yeah, please.
Okay. Yeah, I don't mind trying to do it. So, all right, you ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay, ring ring.
Hi, good morning.
Hi, is this Skip?
Yes, it is.
Hey, Skip, it's Brandon Raymond with Veteran Home Services. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well today, sir. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. Hey, Skip, the reason for my call is you registered on our website and just want to get an idea of what you're looking for in a home.
Well, I was just looking around. I'm not sure if we can move just yet.
Okay, great. So you're just starting in the search process right now?
Yes, yes. The virus, we spent enough time in the home in the last month to equate to a few years, I'm certain.
Absolutely. And how are you and your family doing? Are you guys all safe and healthy?
Yes, indeed. And yes, thank you for asking. Hopefully the same is true of you.
It is. It's been challenging, but yeah, no, I agree. There's a lot that have just kind of been seeing what's going on in the market. So are you thinking potentially buying in the future? And just so you know, we always go at our client's pace, so there's no rush on our part. I'm here just to help in any way that I can. How when would you plan on potentially purchasing?
Well, it's going to depend on when the get back to work order starts, obviously. And I'm not sure, but you're not the first call I've had, and I appreciate your being willing to go at my pace.
Absolutely, yes, sir. No, this is about, we actually teach a first-time home buyer workshop, a class that we have coming up next week, next Wednesday and Thursday. And one of the biggest things that we try to emphasize is purchasing a home is about doing it when the time is right for you. And it's very important that you work with professionals that support you in that understanding of timing for you. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Yeah. So yeah, it's we just want to make sure that two things that are met is what we teach in that workshop. One, the utility of the house fits your needs and your wants, and two, it fits your payment, fits your comfort zone with payment. Let me ask you, Skip, have you purchased a home before?
Yes, I have.
You have. And do you currently live in the house that you own?
No, I do not.
Okay. So was it quite some time ago, or when did you last own your last property?
The last property I bought in 2007 or 8. I can't remember.
Okay. So 2007 and 8. Yeah, that was a rocky time to purchase a property. And then how long did you have the home for?
4 years.
For 4 years. Okay. So till about 2012, 11, 12-ish?
Yeah, 12-ish, 13, yes.
Okay. Great.
12, 12.
Okay, yeah, and it's 2011-12 was about the bottom part of the market there. So
Yeah.
I know we went through some challenges there. So the good news I have for you is you actually could potentially qualify for a first-time home buyer program. Have you heard about any of these programs?
No, I have not. First
Okay.
time home buyer. I mean, I'm an older person.
Well, but being that the last time that you owned a property was more than 3 years ago, there are some great programs out there that could help you even with your down payment on your next purchase. So just wanted to make sure you were aware of those programs. Have you heard anything about those?
No, I have not.
Okay. Would you be interested in finding out a little bit more information if you potentially qualify for some of this state assisted money?
Most assuredly. Anything to save money.
Awesome. We got a couple ways we can do it. We can set up a time for you and I that works well with you, where we can speak about those programs. And the second option would be to also do it in a class setting, which we have the home buyer workshop I was mentioning. It's a virtual workshop. It would be next Wednesday and Thursday for an hour from 5 to 6 p.m. And if you're interested in that, I can send you that registration link. And once you complete that, you'll get the password to attend that free workshop. Would that be something you're interested in?
Yeah, that sounds like a great first step. Thank you.
Great. All right. Let's stop there unless you want to go further with this.
No, that was plenty. I think it went on. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Any advice or anything that felt good or bad, uncomfortable?
No, no. I mean, you have a good answer for every, every response, even if it's not an objection. I envy your knowledge.
Okay. Well, that's what we're practicing, right? And I didn't go I didn't go too complicated. I really stay focused on questions, right?
Yes, you
Trying to
did.
figure out if I could get you to open up or whether you owned a home before or not. Then once you said yes, you did, then the timing of that, then trying to give you some hope or inspiration or some type of value that may be different than any other agent by talking about the fact that you could potentially qualify for a first-time homebuyer program. So that was my hook, right? That was
Yeah.
where I was trying to set the appointment, whether it was going to be a one-on-one. Now on the hierarchy, the best appointment I can set is a one-on-one with that prospect where they set up time specifically to speak to me, but I got to capture enough interest. It's not just going to be, oh, tell me what it is that you want in a home, right? That's I may be able to get a conversation right now with that, but for you to actually set time aside in your schedule to meet with me, I got to give some value. I got to give something a little stronger than that. So, so that's the reason why I went with that. And then you take the pressure off even more and say, hey, you can do it in a group setting or a one-on-one, right? But if they're already willing to do the Zoom one-on-one meeting, that's the best I can do right now. Actually, better than that is show them some property right now, right?
Right.
But that's a little challenging to do with the circumstances as well. Many different ways we can go with it.
Understood.
Cool. All right, how you doing, Silver?
Good. How about yourself, guys?
Doing good, doing good. Just doing a quick role play while we're waiting for everybody to hop on. So,
I saw that. That's
Russ
good.
or Skip, I called you Russ. Skip, do you mind doing one with Silver? Silver, you good being the prospective buyer, and then Skip's making the call with you?
Good idea.
All right, let's go.
You ready? Ring,
I'm always
ring.
ready, Skip.
Understood. Ring, ring.
Hello?
Hello, is this Silver?
Yes.
Silver, good morning. My name is David Hawkins. I'm with Century 21. Do you have a minute, perhaps?
I do.
I was curious. Do you own your home?
No, you know what? I'm renting right now.
Well, how would you like to own your own home? We have lots of programs out there that may be a benefit.
Well, I don't think I can qualify.
Well, could I have one of my financial representatives give you a call? I'm certain you could if you've been a good renter and haven't missed any payments. There's down payment assistance today. There are a variety of ways we could assist in getting you into your own home.
Well, you know what? I don't think I'm ready yet. I think I want to wait.
Understood. I'd hate to argue with you, but would it be feasible if I could call you back in 3 to 6 months just to see if anything's changed, to stay in touch, so to say?
Sure. Yeah, go ahead. Call me back.
All right. Do you have an email I could get with you? And I can send you market information. I won't sell your address or anything. I just want to keep you as updated as I can.
You know what? I'd rather not. Can you just call me in about 6 months, see how we're doing?
Most assuredly, I'd be more than willing to do that. And I appreciate your time, sir. I'll talk to you in 6 months when you're ready to buy.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Go ahead, Brandon.
No, go ahead, Silver. What are your thoughts, man? How did you feel on the phone call? Positive first, and then any constructive criticism.
Yeah, exactly. It's a good thing that you're outlining what I'm going to say, because I'm going to start like chopping it off like right away. Like
Nice.
last time.
It's coaching, man. So it's
Yeah, no, I know.
What-
I get
yeah.
what you're getting.
Go ahead. You're out of reach.
I know, big guy. So what did you feel, man?
I would say constructive would be the tone was good, not pushy. Okay. The conversation at the beginning was
Too much.
I think Skip talked too fast at the beginning. Okay, because we interact, we talk both of us at the same time. So when he say, "Hey, how you doing?" and I say, "I'm doing great," and then I say something else, but while I was talking, he says something else. So
Good
I
point.
would say when you ask a question, you let it answer first.
Right.
And then when that person is done, then you come up with what's the next topic that you're going to talk about or the next question that you're going to ask.
Understood.
But when that happens, I feel like, I mean, anybody will feel, I don't know, I think anybody will feel like that. It was, well, he's not even listening.
Right.
Understood.
You know what I mean?
Point taken.
The conversation went well. I believe that he, I like the tone. I like the fact that he acknowledged that, hey, I'm not ready yet. But I think now if we're going to go to the other side, the criticism, constructive criticism, is that he should have just keep asking. You know what? And it was just like Russ said, it doesn't matter what I say as the prospect buyer. What matters is what, you know, what Russ is going to be asking me, what he's going to be telling me. He has his script, he has his story to deliver, and it doesn't matter what I say. If I say, you know what, I'm not ready yet, and then, well, if you were ready, I would have said that. If you were ready, what kind of house would you be looking for?
Ah, yeah, good point.
You know, okay, you're not ready yet, but if you were ready, what kind of house would you be looking for? How big is your family? How many kids do you have? And once you start talking about that, I feel like people open up and they're like, well, it will be, you know, a 3 bedrooms, 2 baths. I got, you know, it's me and my wife and 3 kids, you know. Once I start talking about that, I'm telling you the story why I went into that website. Okay, I'm not ready, but I went into the website, but that's my thinking.
Right.
If you know what I mean. And once you get that, and then you start getting into a conversation. So then the guard or the wall comes down, and now you're more comfortable talking. Oh, okay. So let me ask you something. What do you do for a living? You know, blah blah. Or like at this point, in the situation that we're in right now with the COVID-19. So hey, let me ask you, have your job been affected by this situation? Now they start thinking you actually care, you know, of their situation. Okay, let's put that aside that you want to buy a house or don't want to buy a house right now. So let me ask you something. Has your job been affected by this COVID-19 crisis? You know, and they're like, yeah, well, I'm not working right now because of this. I'm like, well, I'm sorry to hear that. You know, I know there's a lot of people that are going through that, and now, you know, it's devastated for everybody, you know, blah, 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 that kind of thing.
Right.
Oh, great. No, perfect. What do you think about that, Skip? Anything that if you were to do it differently that you could potentially implement some of what Severio shared with you?
Yes, indeed. I mean, I like all his points. I mean, you know, I should have found out about his family, what he's looking for. I mean, you know, prove that I care. You know, that really, and, you know, especially considering the times, if the coronavirus has impacted his, you know, employment or income. Yeah, really good points.
Yeah.
Really good points.
No, awesome. And I want to do one with Severio here shortly, just so that we can just demonstrate it. Severio was spot on with all of his constructive criticism, the positive points of what you did well as the areas to work on. And where I noticed the disconnect was right early on, very early on, when you asked the question about something about why not buying a house, and then you said, well, maybe I can get you to the loan officer. You went too fast to that. And you have to remember that before anybody's going to take any kind of action, we got to identify 2 things. 1, where are they at today? Point A. 2, point B. Where do we want to get them to, right? And in order to figure out where they're at point A and where they need to get to, we got to ask questions. So instead of tell them, hey, you may be qualified, hey, you know, you just got to speak to them, you just got to do it. We're trying to already move them to point B. We don't have enough money in the bank. They don't know us from the next person. We haven't created any value because we haven't asked good enough questions. But the other thing I noticed is that even when Severio was giving you some of his feedback and his some constructive criticism, you're quick to try to connect the dots. You got to get comfortable with what's called the power pause. The power pause is allowing to just let it be silent, right? You ask a question and you zip it.
Yeah, that's something I am not comfortable with, and I have to. Good point.
Well, just right now, I did the power pause and you started talking, right? There's a need to feel that you need to fill that space. You don't need to say anything. I was waiting to see who was going to be the first one to speak, and you're the first one to speak, proving the point of you can't jump to conclusions too quickly, right? You can't just fill in like, okay, now's the time for me to speak. It's getting very comfortable with asking a question and just waiting and listening. And then after you hear everything, and it's sometimes the longer you wait, now they feel the need to speak up and they start opening and sharing and sharing. And that's some of the biggest power in the conversation is your ability to ask a question and listen,
To
let
hook
them
'em.
speak, let them say it. Tell me a little bit more about that. You had mentioned something. So they opened up, they shared a bunch. I circled back. And when I circle back, I'm doing it for a specific reason because I want them to focus on a point that they just shared with me. And then now I'm going to ask another question and dig deeper and peel those layers back, right? And then get them to move to that beat. So again, this is training. This is why we practice this. This is for everybody. All of us do it. We all have learned it. And the more that you do it, the more that you start getting more comfortable with it and you start seeing it. It's like, okay, this isn't about, okay, we're picking on Skip right now. This is perfect. This is perfect in terms of what you're sharing with us because we all do it as well. And I've heard Russ do it, and Russ is about as good as you get in terms of handling these calls. And I've heard him with prospects and they're about to open up, but sometimes I think he does it on purpose because he's trying to change the direction of where they're going to go to his direction. Other times I think, hey, Russ, you jumped to it a little too quick. Let them open up. Let them peel those layers back. Because what I learned in mediation training is it's all about asking questions and getting that nugget. And you don't know when you're going to break through and get that nugget. But if you interject too quick, you're not going to get that nugget. And they may have been giving you that silver bullet, whatever you want to call it, that piece that was going to get you the appointment, that piece that was not only going to get them to make you their client, but also to make sure that you accomplish your job. There's one thing about capturing somebody. There's another thing about leading somebody and getting them to accomplish what they need to do. And then there's another thing about understanding everything about them so that when times get tough in that transaction, you ask that question early on that you got that key piece of information that now you can lead them to a successful close. And most people jump the gun. They're going straight to a pre-approval. They're going straight to, okay, you need to do this because I need to see that you're motivated before I'm going to waste my time with you. It's not about that. So I know that went a little bit longer, but that was more on the just training aspect of the big picture to see where these tools go in. Anything to add to that, Silver, from what I shared?
No, not really. I think you hit the point.
Okay.
And that was at the big, like I say, I noticed it at the beginning. You know, you ask a question and you wait until I answer.
Cool.
You know.
Absolutely. Well, let's role play it real quick. I'm gonna let Leslie, and I heard her. Just one sec. Leslie, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, Leslie, you look great.
Hi. Thank you. My hair is perfect, huh?
Yeah.
So,
Great.
so great training and examples. I think from the past when Brendan's always, said, hey, to listen and all of that. And I see that value in it. And yeah, and you guys did great.
Awesome. Thank you, Leslie. Anything to share from your experience? I know you worked these internet leads for some time. Anything to share just in terms of, like your experience, the initial connection process, when you saw it work, what was different from when it worked versus when it didn't work?
So, I guess when the prospect would actually answer, right? That's the first step.
Uh-huh.
I would be able to kind of get to know their situation, and knowing their situation, you're able to provide more information that they need, more valuable information. I did have success with the Spanish speakers because I would ask these questions, and I don't know if anyone ever would ask them these questions when it came to you know, lenders, you know, if they've spoken to a lender, what's that process look like? I think that when someone's in the dark of, you know, in the dark for certain things, and you can provide them the information they need, they start trusting you more because they realize, oh, she can really guide me through it. So pretty much providing the information you need and receiving what you need, like knowing their situation so you can guide them.
Right.
So,
But you got to
and
know there's,
listening, like you said. Listening.
Leslie, let me ask you a question. How do you know their situation? What questions do you ask to know their situation?
It's a good question. It's a very good question. I what would I do? I would just say, you know, start a conversation about not even real estate sometimes, just trying to see, you know, where they live, what their goals are in purchasing, right? Are they going to buy it alone? Are they going to buy in a group? How long have they been thinking about buying, right? Because if they just thought about buying yesterday, there's a huge difference in your approach than if they've been thinking about it for a while. If they've been already planning for a year, they've been saving up for their down payment, and they've been getting ready, right? And that is a more ready and motivated buyer than, oh yeah, I was just talking, you know, with my girlfriends yesterday over coffee, and I thought, maybe I can own. So just knowing that information helps you gauge your approach.
it's good.
So yeah,
Okay.
that's pretty much it. I mean, if I think about anything else, I can share it with you guys.
No, that was perfect. Thank you, Leslie.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So let's make some calls now if you guys are open. Or Severi, do you want to do a quick role play just to see?
Let's do it.
All right. Why don't you demonstrate just being on, because Skip already heard me flap my lips for enough. Why don't you be the agent, and I'll be the prospect.
Okay. This is gonna be a tough one. Never easy with you.
Sometimes.
But you know what? I like it. That's good.
Try to keep it real, right?
That's right.
Let's do it.
Russ? No. My bad.
Go to Russ.
Okay. Hi, Brandon.
Hello.
Hi, how you doing today?
I'm doing good. Who's this?
This is Silverio Martinez with Century 21. And the reason why I call you today is because you sign up on our website, a real estate website, and I just wanted to see what you're looking for.
Oh, not, we're really not interested at this time. We just, we just kind of browsing and just checking a few things out there. But yeah, that's all.
Great. Well, browsing is good because then you can kind of educate yourself on what's out there right now. But Brandon, let me tell you something. I ask you this because I usually come across to really good deals with properties even before they hit the market. Just give me an idea on what you're looking for.
My brother is actually a real estate agent. I appreciate your call, Silver, but if I ever were to buy it, I'd work with my brother.
Great, I can appreciate that. I know family is very important, but real quick, if I come, or when I come across to one of these good deals, do you want to hear about it?
Possibly, yeah.
Great. So give me an idea what you're looking for. So when I hear about these deals, when I see these deals come across, I can contact you back and say, hey, this will fit your criteria that you're looking for. How about if you just share with me your ideal deal?
Silver, I just want to be upfront with you because I don't like using anybody unless I plan to work with them. Like I said, when I go to buy, I'm gonna buy with my brother. But I mean, if it doesn't hurt you any, and you're willing to still share a good opportunity with me, of course I'd be stupid not to listen to that.
Well, great, thank you. I appreciate that. And I like to say, I understand that, family is important, and I don't want to step on anybody's toes. I just want to make sure that you get the information that you need to make a better decision on the purchase that you're going to make. And yes, I'll be happy to share that information with you. And I just hope that if I can help you doing that, maybe we can do some business together in the future.
Yeah, that's fair, man. Yeah, so what we're looking for is, all right, and dude, you crushed it from the beginning to the end. That was on point. Question was on point. The way that you asked it, the way that what's up, Russ?
How you doing?
All right, Russ.
Good. We just
Hey, I'm only gonna be for a short time again, but
okay.
figured I'd be in for what I could.
No, it's cool. Well, how much time do you have? Because I like to respect your time, Russ, and get the most out of the training.
Correct. Yeah, let's take his time instead.
People rather hear from you than from me. So just to
Hey,
give-
Leslie, how are you?
Hey, Russ, how's it going?
I'm outstanding. I
Good.
guess I should say hi
good.
to Skip and Silverio too, but
Yeah.
she's cute. She's cuter than you guys, so
Hey,
My hair's perfect, right, Russ?
that's right.
I'll take it anytime.
I know.
You know,
All right. What do you want me to do? What do you want help with? Oh, hey, I got to tell you guys. So was it Tuesday that I made the calls?
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yes, that was Tuesday.
So one of the calls that I did that, and what I can't remember is if this was the one that I told you guys that if you call and they don't answer, then wait a minute and hang up and call again.
Uh-huh.
So that night, 2:00 in the morning, so I always put my phone to do not disturb,
Right.
but the setting I have it on is so that if like somebody calls back again within 2 minutes, even if it's on do not disturb, it'll ring. Well, 2:00 in the morning, so 1:00 your time, my phone starts to ring and I look over and it's an 818 area code. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So anyway, I turned it off. Next morning, yeah, they called me twice at 1:00 in the morning.
Wow.
I didn't get up and answer it though, Silver, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought about it later on. I was like, I should have jumped up and been like, yeah, you want to buy a house?
Right. Not at all, man.
I was just ticked they woke me up, actually.
Well, I wonder if they did that on purpose, just to kind of be a.
I know.
You know what I mean? Like, oh, you're gonna
Oh,
call
yeah.
me twice. I'll call you at 2 a.m. Why don't
Yeah.
we follow up with that call, man? Do you want to call them right now and just?
I'm not calling them because then they'll call me back at 2:00 in the morning.
That's a good point, man.
I did block the numbers though last night. Was it? Yeah, it was last night. Last night before I went to bed, I pulled up that number and blocked it because I was like, I'm not taking the chance they're doing that again to me. To be
Yeah,
frank.
I'm wondering which one it was though, because I'm seeing a few 818 numbers.
I can tell you, it was a 274. I'll look it up on my 818-274-2145.
Okay, let me try to.
They-
I can type that into the search, right?
Yeah, you call them. Let them call you in the morning.
Yeah. What is that? So what is it? 818. What is the number?
274-2145.
2145. It's weird. I'm not seeing it pop up on the list.
Huh.
It's probably got to be a better.
Let
Oh,
me
it says
try it.
last. It says last four. What are the last four again?
Oh yeah, 2145.
2145. Okay, we got Sonia Alosen. Looking at 528. I'll read the details. She is on Twitter. Can't see a photo. So she's looking in Simi Valley, all right around 500,000. Fallen Circle, Red Brick Drive. It's looking at. She looked at 4 properties, averaging 528, 3.5 baths, 2.8, and 1530. Any brave souls want to make this call?
Hey, I shouldn't have told you all that. Huh?
I know. No, does anybody want to? I mean, it's perfect time to follow up, especially after this call. So you got
Do
it.
it.
All
I'll
right,
take it.
I'm gonna send it to you right now, and then you knocked it out on the role play. Let's hear it. Let's hear it on the real deal with money on the line right here, Silver.
All right, then.
No pressure.
Hey, Brendan, real
Yeah.
quick. In 20 minutes, I have to head out. I have an appointment.
All good.
Yeah.
Yep. And unless Russ, you want to do any training or any piece before he makes this call, is there anything that's worth it?
Yeah, you know what? I'm sorry to interrupt him, but why don't we just pick his brains instead of.
I gave
Yeah,
you an out right now.
Yeah, that's right. You gave him an out. Yeah, what questions? Hey, here's the secret, Silver. Just make sure tonight you block that number and then unblock it in the morning. Then you don't have to worry about it.
There you
Got
go.
it.
Or put it on do not disturb the way, and it should go straight to voicemail. You know,
I just
Yeah,
put it
and
in. I just put it in silent, and I don't hear anything.
what would
Yeah,
be
but
good, Russ?
I got to change mine apparently then to not be because if you call hang up and call back in 2 minutes, it rings even if it's
Yeah,
on do not disturb.
I just put it in silent. I don't talk to anybody at 2 o'clock in the morning,
Cool.
All right.
and I
All
don't
right.
want to
Well,
hear
yeah.
it
What
either.
questions do you guys have?
Well, I'm trying to think of, just based off what you've done, what we're focusing on still is the intro, Russ, just to make sure that we're
Good.
connecting, that we're staying focused on getting their needs and their wants, and no matter what they're saying, coming back to it. We did a practice run with Skip, and we did the same thing and talked about those same points. Getting to the point. How about just let's do the conversation. You know how you're supposed to, what does the regular conversation sound like? Repeat and affirm, right? Asking the questions, you could talk about tonality, but really just what is the appropriate conversation when you hit everything on the right levels and you know that you're doing the right things to connect and build that rapport right out the gate. Can you do something on that?
Yeah. So you want to do a role play, or you just want me to talk about it?
Either. You can do the role play. We can talk about. I just want to dissect it in the time that we got you on here.
Yeah, sure.
So that especially Skip hasn't been exposed to it the way the rest of us have. Actually, Severo, he's probably heard parts of it, but not the way that I've heard you speak about it. I've heard John, speak about it. Just how that conversation is supposed to go, how the power is in asking questions and being an active listener. The repeat and affirm, the appropriate way to do that without just sounding like you're just mocking them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yep. So let's do it as a role play so I can show you. And I'll do it 2 different ways is what I think I would do. So who wants to be the buyer?
I don't mind either way.
Okay, Brandon, you do it. Okay, so ring.
Hello.
Hey, I'm looking for Brandon.
Yes, this is Brandon.
Brandon, Russ Orchard, Century 21. How you doing?
Oh, I'm good, man. We're not really interested in buying any homes or anything right now, man.
You're not interested in buying homes right now?
No,
Okay,
no.
hey, no worries. Hey, the reason that I asked though is because I come across some really good deals, some short sales, foreclosures, HUD homes, stuff like that. I just wanted to get an idea what you're looking for.
Well, we're just looking online. My wife and I were just checking some stuff out. It's we've been stuck at home. It's getting a little crazy in here, and we definitely know we need at least a yard. So maybe down the road, but to be honest, I don't want to waste your time, man. We're just looking online and kind of want to do our own thing.
Hey, I appreciate that you don't want to waste my time. I wish more people were that way, but I guess let me just ask you this. If I found a really good deal, would you want to know about it?
Yeah, of course.
Perfect. Well, so give me an idea of what you're looking for then so I can keep an eye out.
And then go into it. All right.
And then bam, yeah, he's going to go into it. So that's where, just keep in mind, it's always about getting the needs and wants. I'm always going to stick to that first. But in terms of a couple things, let me point out that I think are helpful to do. Now, you got to make sure you do it right or it doesn't work. And what I mean is this. So I said I'm going to do it twice. Watch this. I'm going to do it. Let's do it again. Say the same things, whatever, but pay attention to how I'm saying things this time. Ring.
Hello.
Hi, I'm looking for Brandon.
Yep. This is Brandon.
Hey, Brandon, it's Russ Orchard with Century 21. How you doing, buddy?
Who's this?
Yeah, see, now notice what he's doing. Like to some extent, the first time I did it, Brandon, Russ Orchard, Century 21. Like I want to kind of throw him off a little bit, that to have him stop and think for a minute. So it works to do Brandon, Russ Orchard, Century 21. By saying it that way, it's going to cause him to be like, okay, like, how do I know you?
Right.
But if I did it cheesy, like the way I just did, Brandon, hey, it's Russ Orchard, Century 21. Like they're going to see through that. So that's where I guess when we talk about the words, the tone, and the body language, the tone you use is crucial. Meaning, and in fact, I was talking to somebody the other day and they were saying, like, you watch some actors like you've got the who was it that did? Was it Clint Eastwood? That's the "I'll be back." I'll be back. No, that's
No,
Arnold,
that was
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Arnold
Yeah,
Schwarzenegger.
but picture some other actor, even Brad Pitt. Brad Pitt saying "I'll be back" is not going to be the same as Arnold Schwarzenegger saying it.
Right.
So, like, to some extent, what I guess I'm saying is you got to figure out who you are, and you got to start the conversation with being you. But to some extent, also you got to be able to be versatile enough to do kind of a Brandon, Russ Orchard, Century 21. Like, I want to cause that little bit of a, like, think of it in terms of boxing. When somebody's boxing, they sit and jab. What's the purpose of the jab?
To
What does the jab do?
keep a certain distance, but also just kind of keep them backing up.
That's right. It's kind of to set it up. You're kind of measuring and setting up the right cross or the whatever, right? So like it's kind of to get them set up for something else. Yep. Think of that initial part of the call as the same way. I'm setting them up for something else. So the reason I'm going to go, Brandon, Russ Orchard, Century 21, how you doing? Is to get that little bit of a jab that kind of puts them off balance for just a second to be like, oh, how do I know Russ? But what you'll find is generally they're going to be like, oh, hey, good. Yeah, I'm good. What's going on? Like a lot of times you'll get that response. Then I can go, well, hey, you signed up on my website. So I'm not going to then, I'm not going to continue to act like we know each other. I'm just going to go into, hey, Brandon, so you signed up on my website and I just was calling to get an idea of what you're looking for. And then they're typically going to say, oh yeah, no, we're fine. We're good. They're going to say something like that. When they do that, then you're just going to go, hey, okay, no worries. The reason I ask is I come across some really good deals. And then you got to make sure you do it that way of like, hey, I come across some really good deals. So I just was calling to get an idea of what you're looking for. They're typically going to tell you right then. If they don't, then I do a third time, which is, well, hey, if I found a good deal though, would you want to know about it? Well, yeah, of course I would. Great. Then give me an idea what you're looking for. So now let's talk to what Brandon was saying. So the key thing I'm going to do though, is when they do repeat back to me that, oh, we were just looking. Oh, you were just looking? Oh, okay, great. And maybe even say something along the lines of, hey, so it sounds like you're just early in the process then. Yeah, we're just getting started. Perfect. Hey, great place for you to be starting. Like reinforce to them, hey, everybody wants to be accepted. And they also want to know that they're right. So you just make them right. Hey, oh, perfect. Hey, that you're doing right what you should be doing. That's awesome. Good for you. Well, when you do get a little bit more serious, give me an idea what you're looking for there. So just always repeat it back, and you got to repeat it back like you mean it. So like let's do a just listed real quick to show you what I mean. So let's say that I've asked Brandon, so hey, when do you plan on moving? He says I don't. Oh, okay. So let's pick it up from right there. So Brandon, how long have you lived at this address?
For 12 years.
You've been there 12 years? Wow, that's great. See, now notice, I don't just go, oh, 12 years, that's awesome. 12 years? That's great. Good for you. Well, hey, so where did you move from?
Michigan.
Oh, you came from Michigan out to Camarillo?
Yep.
That's awesome. What brought you out here?
My dad's in the military.
Oh, you're kidding. So was he in the Navy or?
Yep, Navy.
Oh, really? That's awesome. Well, cool. So, let me ask you, if you ever could move, if the Tigers ever were worth anything in the MLB, where would you go next?
Oh, man. Click. Yeah, out here.
So, but does that make sense? Like when they say 12 years, you got to be like, wow, 12 years, that's great. Keep in mind the body language.
Absolutely. Skip, did you hear some of the key points of what Russ just, I know you had some things right there, but that was really, I really wanted you to hear, especially on the initial part of the role play that we just did. What did you pick up from what Russ just shared?
You always had something to come back at you with.
That's part of it. It's, having the questions, but more than anything, it's a positive affirmation. You don't make them wrong, right?
Yeah.
Right.
You make them right. And one of the very first things is we talked about when you said, well, have you ever talked to a loan officer? Maybe you're ready to go. You could make somebody wrong very quick by pushing too early And you have to be careful with that. You have to make it sound like whatever their situation is right now is right.
Okay.
And it's okay to feel that way. And it's okay to do that. So I wanted to bring that up because Russ hit it on the head. The other part that Russ talked about is a repeat and affirm, but he doesn't do it in a cheesy way. It sounds very genuine, and he sounds excited to hear it. It's not just like, oh, you're trying to do this. It's a positive affirmation. You're making them right, and you're excited about it. And it's like, well, what's Russ excited about the fact that I just said that I'm just looking right now, or I just moved from Michigan. Like, what's exciting about that? But what it does is it intrigues you a little bit more, because now he's got something he wants to share with me. And he's setting that up by that excitement. You have to have some charisma. You got to have something that's going to keep somebody on the phone. Otherwise, it's a deadbeat that I don't want to waste my time with. And they're looking for the excuse of, how the heck am I going to get off this call? Oh, I'm really at work right now. How many times have we heard that, right?
Yep.
And I'm hearing it every single time as well. So I need to pick up my enthusiasm. I got to hit them with the jab. Hey, Russ, this is Brandon, Veteran Home Services. How are you doing today? And be okay with saying that, and not be afraid to kind of push them back, with a little bit of excitement. But that was one of the things Rick Bentley shared with me.
Yeah, and the one thing that I want to say is make sure you're saying it like you would say it if you were calling somebody you hadn't talked to for a while. Yeah. Like, you got to do it like you say. You got to be like, Russ, Brandon, sent from wherever.
Yeah, wherever, whatever
your company is.
Russ. Yeah, no, but the response pattern is the key, and it's knowing to ask the questions, to listen. You got to confirm what they're saying so they know that you're listening. And then you follow up with the next question. That's the always knowing what to say. It's not about that Russ and Severio and all of us have all these magical things that we got figured out that it's going to take you 20 years, Skip, before you're ever going to know all this information and be able to have this conversation. You could literally have this conversation by the end of this week if you practice it enough. Yep. And you focus on the right things and understand what sounds comfortable and what doesn't. And the way you do it is watching this video, replaying it, listen to yourself, listen to what Severio did, listen to what Russ did, and even my half-ass attempt of what I tried to do, right? And listen to it and take the pieces of what you like from each person and then just implement it and keep practicing it. And you'll get there quick. It doesn't take years. You can get there. There's nothing that's just groundbreaking in terms of what it is that we're doing. It's just the simple understanding of how these conversations take place, and then you'll start peeling those layers back.
Okay, sounds good. Sounds cool. Very good.
Yeah. Anything else to add to that, Russ, in terms of what you hit on?
Awesome. Yeah, I think the biggest thing is just, so I said no, and then I say yes. But yeah, the only thing I would say is just really, you got to work on it and just practice it and just have it kind of just get into the mode of like you are calling a friend. And so that you can be like, Skip, Russ Orchard. Like, honestly, like, how would you, in fact, let's do it, Skip, real quick. Let's assume you were just calling me right now and you're really calling me. I'm not a lead. Like, I came down and trained you however many months ago. It seems like 5 years ago now with this virus, but assume you just were calling me and pretend you're calling me and you're not in my phone number and I answer the phone. Hello?
Russ, how you doing? Well,
good.
Let me start again.
Yeah, do that again.
Russ.
Hello?
Russ,
hey, hang on. Let's do it again. This is Russ.
Russ, Skip Hawkins, how you doing?
See, right there, when you do it like that, I go, Skip, that's familiar. And all you're looking for is that fraction of a second that they're like, and here's what I would do. If you did that and I didn't remember you, like, let's say it had been a year from when you and I had trained, I'd have been like, Skip, remind me who you are, Skip. Sorry.
Century 21 Everest. You signed up on my website, remember?
Yeah, no, I don't say remember. Everything else was good. Just, hey, you signed up on my website? Because they probably, depending on when they signed up, they may not remember.
Or if they have a solar panel, that might impact it.
Yep, just do a, hey, you signed up on my website. I was calling to get an idea of what you're looking for.
Okay, got it. Do it now?
Yep. So let's start over.
Okay. Ring, ring.
Hello.
Russ, Skip Hawkins, how are you?
Good. How you doing?
I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. Hey, you signed up on my website, and I just wanted to call and check in and see what you were looking for.
Oh yeah. What website was that?
It was ProAgent phone calls.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I just was kind of seeing what was out there.
Well, let me ask you. I mean, there's obviously.
Make sure you repeat and affirm. Repeat back. Oh, you were just checking it out?
Okay. You were just checking it out?
Yep. Yeah, just kind of seeing what's out there.
What do you think you're looking for?
Well, like I say, we're not. We're just kind of poking around.
Well, I understand. I mean, it's always pleasant to look at houses. Do you own now?
Yeah, we do.
Well, would you be interested?
Let me tell you what's going on in my head right now. I'm trying to figure out a way to get off the phone.
Okay.
So this is where, and I've told Silver this, and I think probably Leslie too, but just as a reminder, after you've signed up on my website, give me an idea what you're looking for. Who cares what they say after that? Your next thing, the only thing you care is if they tell you what they're looking for. If they tell you anything else, your next thing is, oh, well, the reason I ask is because I come across some really good deals before they hit the market, and I just wanted to keep an eye out for you.
Okay.
Then you'll keep me engaged. When you start asking, oh, well, do you own? I'm like, yep, I don't want to talk to this guy. You got to create some value really quick. Okay, so let's back up to, we were just out looking.
I understand. Hey, I come across some.
Repeat. You got to repeat. So you're just out looking.
So you're just out looking. I understand. I come across some really good deals at times. Would you be interested in those, perhaps?
No, thanks. Now,
Now,
here's why I said no thanks. Is you got to say it as, the reason I ask is because I come across some really good deals before they hit the market. So I just wanted to get an idea.
Okay.
Like really, in fact, I would say go back and listen to this part of it when Brandon sends you the recording.
Okay.
Listen to how you just said it. Now reverse it, and I'm going to do it. And then listen to how I said it. And you want to make sure you're saying it how I'm going to say it now. So you sign up on my website, and I just was calling to get an idea what you're looking for.
Well, we're not really looking.
Oh, you're not looking? Okay.
No.
Well, hey, no worries. The reason I ask is because I come across some really good deals before they hit the market. I just wanted to see if I could keep an eye out for you.
What kind of deals are you talking about?
You know, short sales, HUD homes, foreclosure, stuff like that. So give me an idea what you're looking for.
4-bedroom, 3-bath.
See, boom, that's what's going to happen. But you got to make sure you do it. You got to have the tone has got to be, well, hey, the reason that I'm asking, so you got to get yourself into I should have been an actor, I'm realizing, but I'm moving down to Hollywood. So
I can say
this will be my last training I'm doing. No, but you got to kind of get into that mode of put yourself into that mode of like, well, hey, kind of like you're more thinking of it, kind of like almost like you just thought of it, like, hey, so Skip, the reason that I'm asking is because I come across some really good deals a lot of times before they even hit the market. So give me an idea what you're looking for.
Yeah, that's a lot better.
Yeah, see, if you get kind of like curious that way and kind of and it's got to, if it sounds like a script, you lose. You got to have it be more like, hey, well, you know what? Actually, I mean, the reason that I'm calling is just because I come across some really good deals, and I just wanted to get an idea what you're looking for so I could keep an eye out. So give me an idea. Like, it's just got to sound natural. If you're doing it like,
yeah, you got to sound like you care.
Yeah, it's got to be sincere. And I think that's how Brandon said it earlier, is it's got to be sincere. If you're sincere, they'll stay on and talk to you. If you sound like you're doing a script, you're just like really listen to them. If you're not, you lose them.
Hey Russ, real quick, and I know you got to go. Severio has improved on a whole nother level in terms of his intro, and I know you guys did your role play on Monday. What was it that you saw that you were able to get him to realize for that to click? Like, what was it that you guys focused on? I'm sure Severio knows, but I'm just curious.
I beat the crap out of him.
And you felt
I punched
good.
him through the screen. I'm like, no. What I did is what I was doing was, as he would do it, I'd be like, stop, no, that you can't hesitate there. Like, and I also, I mean, you'll have to say probably what really connected with it, but I did say, like, you got to practice this to get it down to where and really is tied to what I was just saying. You just have to really sound sincere. Like you really are curious, interested. You really do want to help them. So I don't know. So anything that you would say that maybe if what?
I think what helped a lot was that part. That even I was recognizing when I was talking that I'm like, I just took a turn that shouldn't be being there, you know. So I started to recognize those, and the fact that you stop me and say, okay, do it again, but now I focus on this. So I'm like, all right, got focus on that, and then just the practice. After our meeting, I went back and wrote it again because the way I had it written down, it wasn't working. So I'm like, all right, let's rewrite this again. Now with the training that I got with Russ, I'm gonna get some new wording over here, just to make it seem to flow more natural.
Yeah.
And
that's the key.
I just keep reading that, and I told you, I said I just want to get that in my head, so when I'm talking, I don't have to see it. I just think about it, and it's there, so it comes out like naturally, just like a natural conversation, not in script.
Yeah, perfect.
Well, let's try to master that, Skip. All of us master that intro, that very beginning part that that Russ is talking about, how we get their needs and wants. I think once we get to that point, I think we'll be fine. But I think if we do that, instead of just calling lead after lead after lead after lead and learning through that, we need to master this first and really give it a week of focus. So write it out the way Silverio said. Write out what sounds natural to you. You already got the enthusiasm part down. I already heard a huge improvement from just your practice with Russ right now versus what we started with earlier. And I appreciate just you just being open-minded and willing to adjust and grow. And that's what it takes. As long as you can do it where you're not taking any of this personal, this is all about us figuring it out, growing, getting better. We're all going to get better. I'll be the first to admit I got a lot to work on that intro. Because once I get past that intro, I can be gold, right? But if I don't get that early connection doing what Russ is doing, I don't even got a foot in the door. I don't even got a ticket to the game, right? I can't perform. I can't do anything because I can't get past that initial shutoff. So we all have to work on this and master it. But thank you, Russ, for breaking it down, because I feel like the pieces are coming together. And I know our connection's going to pick up, and then our conversion's going to pick up. Yeah. Anything else you want to add, Russ?
Nope, I'd say that's it. But yeah, cool. I do need to jump off. So
yes, sir. All right, bro.
Cool, guys.
Thank you for joining us, Russ.
Thank you.
All right.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, that was cool.
That's true, because that day that we trained, that's all we did. We didn't talk about anything else, just that. Because he asked me, he's like, Silver, so what can I help you with? You know, I said, you know what? I need to master this intro. I need to master the first 3, minutes of the conversation, the first minute. I just need to flow it this naturally, like a freaking river that just flows, and it'll be easier, you know. And then, like you say, after that, after we find their wants and needs, then the conversation becomes more comfortable. So now it's you naturally just talking, blah blah blah. But you already know what they want, what they're looking for, and then you can find out about their family and what you do and blah blah blah, and then they'll feel comfortable giving you their story. But that's all we did that day with Russ, and we practiced it, and he's like, okay, cut it, let me tell you, blah blah blah, start all over again. Okay, boom, and that's all we did. And then after that, he's like, anything else? I said, no, I'm gonna rewrite this thing and I'm gonna practice it, and that's it. I want to master that piece right there.
That's awesome. All right, you want to make a call? I'm ready to get off too, but let's that was a great training session for today, so I'm glad it turned into that. I think we should do some role play at the beginning whenever we do these calls. Tomorrow's Friday. We're going to start a little later. Last Friday, we didn't get connected. So this Friday, I'd like to try to make sure after we do the mastermind deal from 9 a.m. to 10, that we do get on this at about 10:30 is what we're going to shoot for. So I think I was on for about 15, 20 minutes, and then I just killed it, But let's try to do it, and then we can start with just a little bit of role play practice on that intro, and then let's just jump on the calls. make sure that we get a good day of calling in tomorrow. Does that sound good to you guys?
Yep.
Cool. So, Silver, do you want to make that call, that 818 number? I signed it over to you. Skip, I'm going to send you a few leads here too.
Okay. Thank you.
No problem, sir. Thank you for doing this, man. And this is, you get rewarded when we make these calls. So
Understood. Yeah, looking forward to it.
practice.
Did you send it to me in an email?
I just sent it to you. Refresh it on your contact list.
Oh,
Are you on-
yeah, I see it came in the email too.
Yeah. So, and I just sent you a few as well. Skip.
Oh, I got those ones. Yeah. Let me see. What's the other one?
It was the 818 number. I can't remember the last part of it, but because I sent you a few others too, Silver.
Yeah. Let me. Here it is.
You said, do you know which one it is?
Yeah. Sonia Lofkin.
Yep, that's her.
1A number. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and you may want to lead with something. Hey, you actually called my business partner. Because it's it was an out of area number, right? That Utah number that she tried to call first.
Correct.
So you may want to tell her, hey, that's actually my business partner. My name's Silver. I specialize out here. What is it that you're looking for? Kind of go into it. Don't try to put her on the heels in terms of making the late calls. You know what I mean?
I wouldn't even mention that.
Exactly. But I would just mention I'm following up with you because I was my business partner. This is my phone number, and then see what you can get with it.
Got it.
And then remember, we got the home buyer workshop next week too, so you can send her the registration for that. And I know you're both on that.
Perfect.
Hey, one question if I could.
Yep.
Some of these names, I'm not sure how to pronounce them. Where would I go to find the correct pronunciation?
I don't know. You just get it, or don't say the name.
Find them on Facebook.
Yeah, Facebook you can try, but I don't know if you're going to be able to tell what the pronunciation is.
Yes.
It usually says in there in their
on the profile.
The profile, yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good idea.
Yeah, no contact.
Okay, you going to make the call, Silver? Or?
I'm going to right now.
Okay. I got one to call too, but I'm going to go hit the head. I'll come right back.
318.
You have reached the voicemail box of 818274214.
Didn't answer. Let's go to the next one.
Any luck?
No, she didn't answer. I'm calling another one.
Okay. I'm gonna try to call one too. So that Belinda, remember the one that told me to call her back at 6 o'clock?
Yeah.
She blocked me.
Uh,
So we'll see how it goes, man. I'm gonna try again.
Hi, sorry I can't get to the phone right now, but please leave me your name and number and a brief message, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can.
At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hey, Belinda, it's Brandon Ramey with Veteran Home Services. I hope you're doing well. Don't mean to bother you at work. Just wanted to reach out to you and make sure that you received our registration link for our first-time buyer workshop. I know you mentioned you were interested in attending it. The nice thing is it's going to be virtual, so you can enjoy it from the comfort of your home. It's going to be from 5 to 6 p.m. next Wednesday and next Thursday. So again, you have to register on the link. There's only a few required things you have to put in with your name, your phone number, and your email, and then also the city you're in. Everything else is optional. But if you can complete that, and please share that link with anybody else that may be interested. My dad's been teaching the Homebuyer Workshop for over 22 years. Very informative. If you're in the early stages of it, we'll talk about the first-time homebuyer programs that are out there, how you're protected by the contract, your out-of-pocket expenses, as well as what's happening in the market today, which we're in a completely different market than we've ever experienced, which creates some awesome opportunities for people that are looking right now. So my cell is 805-815-1327. If you have any trouble registering, feel free to share that with anybody else that may be interested. But look forward to connecting with you, Belinda. And again, there's no pressure on our part for anything to commit to anything. This is strictly an informative thing that we enjoy helping out first-time buyers. Again, my cell is 805-815-1327. Have a blessed day.
good message.
Thank you. Thank you. I tried to pick up the enthusiasm a little bit off of, Russ's inspiration.
Yeah. Try this.
Hi, you've reached Sam in Glasgow. If I can't come to
Good phone.
Cool.
I need to go pee.
I was hitting that. Water's hitting, man. You doing good, Skip?
Yeah, I was just about to type you a question.
Okay.
What's the name of the website where these contacts come from? So I can.
Ventura County ShortSales.com.
Got it. It would be nice to respond with that instead of ProAgent website.
Absolutely. They're going to have no clue what a ProAgent website is. So yeah, when you tell them that, they'll remember it. Most times you don't need to say it. Just say, hey, you registered on my real estate website. Just call them to get an idea of what you're looking for. Keep it simple. Take your time. Be ready to kind of be thrown off, and it's just handling it with grace. This isn't the more you make it not sound like a fight or like we're trying to win a battle, the better, right? It's about ease and just making people feel comfortable, having a good conversation with them, respecting them and their time. And sometimes even when you apologize or they really feel that sincerity, they're cool. Other times, some people are just, they don't want anything to do with you. So they just shut you down completely. There's not a whole lot you can do with it. But I feel like the more they try to shut you down, make it a goal to yourself. See how long you can keep them on the phone. You know what I mean? And yeah, you're going to get better every single time. And then you may do something and have a breakthrough on that call, whether they buy or do anything with you, but teaches you something for somebody else that is the right person that you kind of got to get past that early rejection that they're giving you.
Got it.
So, all right, I'm going to make some calls too here.
Okay. Me too.
Hi, this is Vince. I'm not available right now. Please leave a message and I'll. Good number.
Cool.
Huh?
I said, cool. Man, property just hit in the complex that I'm going to be listing at, and it's way under what we're going to be listing ours at. So that sucks, man.
Where at?
The Pine Terrace one that I have coming up in the Woodlands in Thousand Oaks.
Hmm.
It's not good.
That's not good. That's for
We
sure.
just had to cancel the purchase right now too because they got another offer. It just took too long for their job to get reinstated. Well, it'll throw a curveball there. My clients aren't going to be excited to hear about this low listing, but let's see what I can do. This is Delia. And then Haley Donna.
Hello?
Hi, it's Lila.
Hello?
Hi, it's Delia.
Yes.
Hi, Delia. This is Brandon Raymond with Veteran Home Services. How are you doing today?
Hi.
Good, good. The reason why I'm calling it looks like you registered on our website, our real estate website, and I just wanted to get an idea what you were looking for.
No, I didn't. I didn't finish because I don't want to. I just want it, but I don't want to be
Got one.
much complicated than that.
Okay. Are you looking for a home right now at this time?
Mm, yeah, but it's not for sure.
Okay. And would this be your first purchase or?
No. Yeah, just want to buy just in foreclosure or repossession,
Okay.
but I have to use cash to buy.
Okay. Do you have the cash or you need the cash to buy?
No, I have.
Okay. And is if I come across a really good opportunity, a foreclosure or short sale, would you be interested if I reached out to you and shared that with you?
Yeah, you just call me and tell me, but I don't want to be registered.
Okay, that's fine. And and just so you know, we work at our client's pace as well. Do you mind sharing with me what you were looking for?
I don't know, something good and something cheap.
Something good and something cheap. What would be good and cheap for you?
I don't know, it depends. You send me the emails and the prices.
Okay. Send you emails. What's the best email to send it to?
What's your name?
My name is Brandon Ramey, and I specialize here in Camarillo, Ventura County, LA County. I've been selling real estate here since 2006. And
yeah, I don't want too expensive, but I just want something I can afford and pay for.
Okay, I'm sorry. So what is it that you're looking for though? What type of property, just so I can keep an eye out for you?
A small house.
A small house?
But has to be in very good price. Very good price.
Very good
Because
price.
I know the prices are going to be down.
Uh-huh. And so so you're looking for a very good price on a small house. What areas?
Not bad, but no expensive, but not too bad.
Okay, and what amount is that for you? That's not that expensive.
I know, depends. Send me the ones you have in foreclosure or on the price.
Okay, well I can send it to you, but I don't know what range to send you.
No, I will call you. I will call you in case.
Okay. All right, so I can send you opportunities, but again, until I know kind of what area you're looking at or what price you felt comfortable, it's hard for me to just shoot in the dark. You know what I mean?
Could be Oxnard.
Oxnard? Okay.
Could be Van Nuys.
Van Nuys. Okay. So Van Nuys and Oxnard. And then we had one not too long ago, right around 445,000 for a detached home. That one's already sold.
That's too much for me.
That's too high. So what price point would be good for you?
Less than 300.
Less than 300. Okay. So
but
less.
Foreclosure or I just want to look for opportunity. I don't have any opportunity. I didn't get anything.
Okay. No, that makes sense. So, and then you would be paying cash though for it too, right? Correct. Okay. That sounds good. What's the best number not the best number, the best email to send these to?
It's the one I put in the registration.
On the website? Okay. So let me just confirm that I have the right one from you right now. And is Delia, is that how you pronounce it?
Yes.
Okay. And let me see what I have here. Contacts. Yeah, it's sorry, it's just taking a second for me to find it for you. Okay, so the one that you listed on here is your best email?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Well, I'll send any opportunities that come up under 300,000 in Oxnard or Van Nuys that are foreclosures or short sales. There's not very many right now, but as you stated, with the shifting of the market.
Anyway, you found something close or something in other areas and cheap?
Okay.
Tell me.
Other areas close by too, so like Camarillo, Ventura, Thousand Oaks.
Yeah, anywhere.
Okay, perfect. I will do that. All right, Delia. Well, it was a pleasure speaking with you, and this is my cell. If you come across anything, my name is Brandon Ramey,
Oh, Brandon.
and then my partner also Severio, he helps me. He's my business partner. If it's okay, and he helps out quite a bit in terms of finding these opportunities too. Is it okay if I share his contact information with you as well?
Like no, just you and me.
Just you and me. Okay, that's fine.
Mhm.
All right,
Okay.
all right, Delia. Well, pleasure speaking with you, and I'll be in touch with you. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Thank
Take
you.
care. Bye bye. Tried. Can't hear you.
I've got a
I
question.
say she's not gonna do anything.
Yeah, we'll see. You never know. I mean, I carried a conversation. I stayed on it just for the training purposes of it to try to see what I could find out. And I mean, as you saw, she was shutting it down right out the gate. But eventually I was able to get her to at least get a number, So
Yeah.
I had to start throwing numbers out there. I was like, man, this one's tough. And then there was the language barrier. So I thought she may feel comfortable with you as opposed to me. But yeah, I mean, you never know. I mean, what if she's really sitting on 300,000 right now? You know what I mean? So if you can build enough of a rapport, you may be able to get her to put 300 down on something and buy something that's a great opportunity. You never know.
You know what? I'll talk to someone else. You send me her contact information, the lead, and she sounded just like her.
They
And it
sounded
was exactly the same situation that she said that was looking in, San Fernando Valley, Van Nuys, or, and she just wanted a deal under 300,000.
Maybe her twin sister, man. Or it could be the same one.
I don't know, but
Yeah, who knows? Yeah. Hey, man, at least I didn't give up, right? I kept pushing for it.
And you know what? I was thinking the same thing while you keep talking and keep digging. I was thinking the same thing. You know what? That if anything, that phone call is good for training purposes.
Exactly.
Because you can get, if you keep digging, and she's been reluctant to or refusing to give the information. I mean, it was just like on a way it wasn't making any sense. She wanted a good deal, but she didn't want to give you a price on what's a good deal for her.
Right.
And I'm like, that's just stupid.
Well, that's what I was trying to get to. It's like, I can't help you out if you're not going to share anything with me, and that's where I started going. That still didn't really ease it much until I threw the example. And I pulled that example. It's a real story. It's not a foreclosure, but it was a real detached property in Oxnard I sold for $465, right? So I'd use that just to get a number, just to try to anchor to see, okay, where's that at? No, that's too high. Okay, well, what's good then? And I think some of it was she was embarrassed to say that she only wants something under 300,000, knowing how far of a stretch that is right now.
Yeah.
She's under the impression, along with many of the other people that hop on this site, that all the prices are going to come down, screaming down, where she can get a house for 300,000. So, yep, fun times.
Yep, I know, but it was good conversation. I was watching it and just paying attention. Like, okay, yeah, I know.
Hey, that's what I was just telling Skips. I had to practice what I preach. It's like, look, man, sometimes when they're giving you the walls and they're giving you no, not yet, it was it. You just
zip it.
Right. You go with it and you make it kind of a game. Like, all right, you're going to be tough. I'm going to see if I can crack you. I'm going to see if I can get something out of you.
Yeah.
And then even when I tried to give her your name, she's like, nope, I only want to deal with you. It's like, oh, so now we're best friends now, huh? So
Hey,
we'll
I got
stay
a
in touch.
question.
Yes, sir.
What cities are in the San Fernando Valley? Because one of those wants the San Fernando Valley, and I'm not familiar.
You go on Google Map and just type Northridge, and then it will direct you there. And then if you expand that map, it'll tell you all the other little cities: Reseda, Canoga Park. It'll tell you all the little cities, Woodland Hills, and all those things in there.
Okay, I'm on Northridge, and so everything.
Zoom out.
I am zoomed out.
Until you start seeing the little cities around it.
Okay. So basically between the 405 and the 27.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it's the 405. Yeah, it's 405 and the 118. all those cities in there. Pacoima is in there. Van Nuys, Reseda, North Hills. What's the other one? Granada Hills is in there too.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you guys.
Yeah.
ready to wrap
Anytime
this
you
one
want
up?
to find a city, or what's around it, just go to Google Map and just go to that area, and it shows you all the communities and cities around.
Okay. That wouldn't be Winnetka, would it? That wouldn't be there.
Winnetka is there too. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
No problem.
Severio's your man when it comes to the Valley, LA. I mean, he knows it. He lived it and knows it.
Yeah, I used to live there, so I know what's up.
Yep.
Thank
All
you.
right, man. Well, hey, thanks for joining, guys. Any last things? Any last questions? Are you guys good?
I'm good.
I'm good. Yeah.
All right. Well, you guys have a good one. It's cool to see Leslie, hop on here. So she'll be joining us, and